Hey everybody. So I got everything working on a consistent basis 2 days in a row. Pretty excited about that. And I've actually added some things in regards to, like you see my logo, but I also have worked on my Stream Deck. So didn't realize how important that could be and how easy it can make things. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is some of the OBS Studio scene stacking things. Because you can have, you can have all these different audio sources and all these different video sources. When you have all these sources together, uh, you create a scene, and then after you create that scene, you can actually include that scene in another scene. So I'm gonna test this wonderful little button out now. So now that takes you into my OBS, and this takes me right back to my camera. So rather than having to switch back and forth in my filters and setting everything else up, I can actually do everything um, through my. Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things. It's really difficult to do multiple things. Um, I can set everything up in a scene, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So what I really wanted to show is all the different code things I have. So I have this, which will actually show you this, and OBS is still up, but you can't actually see it. So then if I press this, it actually is a different scene that will take you into OBS. So I'm going to actually show you this right now and show you what I'm talking about scene stacking. So in here, I have my main camera and I have my code camera top right, OBS camera top right. But if I go into code camera top right, oh, I'll lose OBS. Let's see. Yeah, it switches scenes and you actually can see that I've lost OBS. But if I go into OBS, you'll see two things here. You'll see my OBS screen capture, my image, and the circular camera. The circular camera is actually pretty cool. Um, I'll show you how I did that down here. So in the circular camera, I wonder if I can open, if I click on that and then go to filters, right? So the circular camera that you can see, I want to make sure you can, yeah, you can see this. The circular camera that you can see here, I have a mask. I created a simple circle mask and let me browse to that. Um, Downloads. Yeah, so I'll show you how to do that another day. I won't get into the whole video masking and camera masking. But what I do want to show you is in here, in my circular camera, which I think this will probably get rid of OBS. Yep. A circular camera consists of a scene now, and that's it. And then I have a zoom scene, which is this. I call it a zoom scene because I could do this. Yay! Um, it's kind of fun. I don't know. It's me learning how to use OBS. But the scene stacking that I wanted to show you is all of this. So if you scroll down here, you'll see what I call auxiliary scenes, which is a zoom scene, a circular camera, and a screen capture, and then the OBS screen capture. So all the difference between the OBS screen capture and the regular screen capture, really simple. When I add a new scene here, I'm going to create a new scene. Um, to do that, I literally can click on this plus down here and it'll say add scene and I will call it scene 2. And apparently everything goes away when I do that. However, let's go back to OBS so you can see what I'm doing. And then what I would do here is I would add a source. So I'm going to actually do it and then I will load that scene into it. So what I'm doing right now, I just realized even, because it's a brand new scene, there's no audio, there's no nothing. So give me 1 sec and I'm going to add at least a mic to it. Okay, so now my mic is working, but you still can't see me. So now what I'm going to do is actually add a scene to this. And the scene I'm going to add is my OBS. I call it the OBS screen capture. The OBS screen capture scene. Ta-da! So now when you look at here, I have my mic and I have my OBS screen capture. And then to add the circle camera, which is another scene, and I will go down to circular camera and I click on OK. I want to make sure, yeah, circular camera. Okay. And there's my circular camera. And I can move that around, right? But generally, I like to resize it and I'll put it in a different spot. I'll put it down here. So now I have that camera. So as you can see here, I have no video sources here. The only thing I have here are two different scenes. And in those scenes, I have video sources. So for those who actually are developers and engineers and coders or whatever term you want to use, it is inheritance, object-oriented programming. So what that means is you have the foundation class, which in this case could be the camera. And then on top of that, in that camera, you will add that to a scene. And then, so you have a scene and then you have a camera in that scene. And then you have a scene that includes that scene, which that original scene could be what we call a camera scene. And that camera scene will then be included in something that might have, here, I'll actually add another thing. So if I want to add an image, we'll call it image, or I'll add existing because I already have it. And I click on OK. And then it adds my logo automatically in the right place because I've already had an existing one. If I want to add, here, I'm going to get rid of that. You can actually hide it and turn it on simply by clicking on that eye. Learned so much about OBS. It's actually pretty nice in regards to getting things organized and being able to switch. But now I have this entire new scene, which is almost identical to this OBS bottom right. I'll go to top right and then bottom right. And I'm clicking on it over here, but I can also do it with my Stream Deck. Look, mine, no hands. Okay, one hand, because I need that hand to push that. But you get the point. I didn't plan on doing anything today. Today's my Friday. I'm thinking I'm going to take off Mondays and Fridays. And then I will do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know. I haven't figured out my schedule yet. But I wanted to get something out there. I'm trying to be more consistent and talk about what I really like to do, which apparently is not only coding, but video production. And on top of the video production, I really like teaching things. So this is like my dream come true right now, is doing all of this. Um, so that's kind of all I wanted to show you about how to do scene stacking today and talk about how you put sources inside of a scene and then that scene inside of another scene. And I like to organize here. Let me take you back to OBS. I like to organize everything over here. Let me remove this one. Remove. Yes. Great. And then I like to organize everything over here. I've seen people organize things with these, what I call like scene breakers or things like that. All that is a scene with nothing in it. It's kind of crazy. It's just a way to structure it. I don't know if there's a better way to do it. If I figure it out, I will let you know. But it just helps me go, oh, main scenes. Oh, and these are all my videos. So if I want to do the be right back, and then I cut back to my actual camera. And like I have these on part of the Stream Deck too. And then just like that. And I can switch back and forth pretty quick. And that's really helpful. Learning to be a big fan of the Stream Deck. I have the Stream Deck, I think it's called the Stream Deck MK2. Makes things so much easier once you have it all configured. One of the things I noticed I did at a audio capture and I did an applause yesterday. So let's do, but it didn't come through because I do watch my streams just to verify some things. So as I do this, I'm gonna be learning and educating. So now I'm gonna test out this applause, and hopefully this will actually come through. And it apparently works now because I can actually see the feed coming through. It's a little high. Maybe I want to turn that volume down a little bit, but you get the point. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in on my daily. Don't forget Sunday, I'm going to do a new podcast. Um, Forgot what the topic was. I have it documented because I plan for things like that. But tune in on Sunday. I'll drop a new episode. I'm trying to do episodes for the podcast every Sunday, and then on the daily, maybe Monday through Friday. Maybe I will do it on a daily basis. Um, but I'm definitely going to do something tomorrow because Saturdays are my time to play with code and play with video production and then do all these new graphic things I'm learning. So definitely tune in tomorrow. I'm going to have fun. It'll probably go longer than I want it to. Anyway, it is now 7:30. I've been doing this for about 15 minutes, officially 12 minutes right on the clock. So that's the other thing about OBS is timing. I did video production a while ago for a public television show. And one of the things I learned is they had this huge clock so you could actually track all the time. And you're like, they would have the timing down to literally split seconds. So when you watch like professional shows like the Today Show, right? And they have the timing, they have people calling those times, they have clocks down to the second, they have teleprompters and all of this, and they have multiple camera people doing all of those different things. And I have just me. So I'm gonna work on maybe getting another camera set up here just for a different angle because it's really kind of fun to switch between camera angles. Yay! Oh, the zoom. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I tried. So I even have the zoom working. So if I come here and I press the zoom, it still works. If I come here and I press the zoom, it still works. Mainly because I have stacked it. So in in my OBS, back to scene stacking. That's what today's topic is apparently. So when I go to excuse me, when I go to OBS, I have a scene stack and I've included the zoom scene. You can see it down here. I've included the zoom scene as part of it. Yay! So wherever I include that zoom scene and I press this, oops, it'll work. And it's really that easy. Yay! And that's when I stay in frame. So the circular camera now, this one right here, actually doesn't have the camera included. It actually has the zoom scene included. So even when I'm here, and I'll go back. So now you probably couldn't hear me for a little bit because it doesn't have an audio source. So when you create a scene, make sure you want a camera, you want an audio source, and well, you want a video source and an audio source. Like those are the two most important ones. Sometimes you want to even stack your audio sources, like what I did. So when I do this, and you can hear the applause, I actually have my mic. Yeah, I gotta get a shorter version of that. I actually have my mic and I have my uh, desktop audio capture. Two audio sources that are streaming together. I'm not even sure if that came through. I'm gonna rewatch this, of course. But that's it for today. I'm hitting that 15-minute mark, and I want to say have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. We're gonna play with some more OBS stuff, and then hopefully get into some code. I might be building a website soon. I will talk to y'all soon, and thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.